Dalawa lang yun, ma'am. It's either nagpa-plastikan kami or it's really beyond friendship. I would like to believe that it's beyond politics already. So I would like to believe it's a friendship beyond politics already.
May pronouncement si Senator Amy Marcos. Parang obviously she's no longer part of the administration party. Did she even communicate with you? Because you were friends before.
We're still friends, ma'am. Opo. Inimbita nga niya ako doon sa second hearing, ma'am. Unfortunately, the last 4 days dito medyo hectic na siya kasi tinatapos na namin yung organization at sistema. So medyo hindi ko na, at saka 3 AM kasi sa oras natin dito yung kanilang hearing doon. So medyo mahirap talaga siya para sa akin na umattend ng second hearing. Pero kung meron namang future hearings na meron silang tanong sa akin tulad ng anong nangyari sa Hong Kong or anong nangyari pagdating ni Pangulong Duterte sa Manila, willing naman po ako sumagot. At yes, so yun, inimbita niya ako, ma'am, kaso hindi kaya ng schedule ko na gumawa na umattend online. But I am open in the future hearings in the event that she needs my input in the committee hearings that she is conducting in the Senate. At magkaibigan pa rin kami, ma'am. Hanggang ngayon, wala namang problema doon. I think siguro yung, I would like to believe, I do not know her side, but I would like to believe that the friendship is already beyond politics dahil sa mga nangyari. Hindi magandang nangyari at meron pa rin kaming open lines of communication. Dalawa lang yun, ma'am. It's either nagpa-plastikan kami or it's really beyond friendship. I would like to believe that it's beyond politics already. So I would like to believe it's a friendship beyond politics already.
Vice President, there's a statement by the Senate President, Chis Escudero, that he said as of February, you are now not a longer Vice President anymore. It's a contradictory statement. It's because the impeachment process is not even started. So how are you going to react with regards to his statement that you are no longer President as of February?
Okay. So I've not read his statement, so I do not know the entirety of what he said, and if he did said that, I do not know the context of why he said that, so I will not comment on it at this point. But if I read the statement, I will let you know.
Okay, thank you.
One follow-up question. 3 years down the road, alliances. Medyo parang yung alliances nyo when you did allied with the Marcoses now is no longer there. Are you still willing to make alliances with other political figures or families?
Oh, actually, that is something that I discussed with Senator Robin Padilla, because right now he is the president of PDP Laban, and their chairman, former President Rodrigo Duterte, is inside the detention unit. So I was asking him what his plans are, because PRD is no longer there to campaign. He said that he's planning. Ako ata yan. Sorry, tingnan ko lang po sino yung umatawag.
I'll hold it.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Hindi ko siya mapakausap sa inyo kasi baka bawal. So, baka mawala yung telephone privilege ba. So, yes. Narinig niya kayo. Narinig niya kayo, and sabi niya na please extend to them my thank you, and we should all hope for the best. Please extend to them my thank you, and we should all hope for the best. And sinabi din niya na lahat ng everything that I did was for my country, whether that statement is acceptable or not. But that is my statement. Everything I did for my country.
Yeah, BP, so ang haba ng pag-uusap ninyo, how is he, is he taking his medicines properly? Meron bang special nurse na or doctors na tumitingin doon just to make sure that he gets all his medicines?
Yes, there is a doctor supervising his medical plan. Earlier this morning, I talked to the doctor, and then I was asking if she can explain to me what they are doing. But there's a doctor-patient confidentiality about that, so I just asked her just take care of him, and she said that she's doing that, and her visits are frequent with with President Duterte because of his age, and she understands that he has medical conditions that need to be monitored.
Pero yung mga medicines po niya sa Pilipinas, naiinom naman po niya dito?
Yung tanong ng doktor sa Pilipinas, kasi meron siyang mga doktor doon sa Pilipinas, may medisina, pinadala natin dito yon, binigay natin doon sa loob. Yun yung gusto makuha ng doktor sa Pilipinas. Pero nagsabi yung doktor dito, sabi niya, hindi niya maibigay yan. But rest assured, sabi niya, I am a professional, I am a medical doctor. My job is to take care of the patient.
Hindi po ba kayo worried doon, VP?
Well, of course, worried tayo, diba? But we just have to trust them that they are professionals, no? At alam nila kung anong ginagawa nila. At nandoon naman na lahat ng records, no, na-submit natin sa kanila kung ano yung mga ginawa ng mga lab tests, ano yung mga diagnosis ng mga doctors noon. So at least nakikita niya yung medical history ni Pangulong Duterte, and nakikita niya siguro ngayon kung ano yung mga nararamdaman, kung meron man, at makadecide siya kung anong mga gamot, kung kailangan man. But I understand from the lawyers, unlike daw sa Pilipinas at sa Amerika na mahilig magbigay ng gamot ang doktor, dito daw sa Netherlands, hindi daw ganyan yung doktor. Yes, very very conservative sila sa gamot. And I think siguro maganda din yon, no? Dahil nakita ko isang beses din yung doctor na kasama niya si Pangulong Duterte. Nung nag-request ako ng wheelchair, nagsabi yung nurse na ay hindi pwede kasi kailangan niya maglakad. And sabi ng doctor, you need to use your muscles. So ganun sila dito. Hindi tulad sa atin, no, na parang pag masakit ang ulo, diretso tayo inom ng paracetamol. So hindi ganyan dito. So we just have to trust their healthcare programs and then their professionalism.
VP, just a point of clarification, you were on the phone with your father. Aside from visiting him personally, how important is it that you still had to talk to him on the phone, apart from visiting him personally?
Oo. I have no schedule today to visit him in person. The schedule this afternoon will be for Anilet and Veronica. I was here this morning to deliver documents that was asked of me from the detention unit, so I delivered it personally to the person who asked for it. And yes, so instead of in-person visit, I was allowed a phone call. So we discussed updates in that phone call.
How did the former president react upon hearing the loud shouts of support from the supporters here?
Yes, nagtanong siya, sabi niya, merong mga kababayan sa labas in English. We're only allowed to speak in English because all our conversations are recorded. So sabi niya, merong mga kababayan sa labas. Yun, sinabi niya, please extend them my thank you. We all hope for the best, and everything I did for my country, whether that statement is acceptable or not. But everything I did for my country, and I want that message out to the world.